Hi guys, well we're going to have a look around the allotment today, and I took over a plot 9 months ago and it looked a little bit like this. As you can see, this is about 5 or 6 feet high, all sort of thistle and brambles and horrible plot. It takes a lot of hard work, but it's a double plot, and we're going to just walk up the path here and go onto the plot. I've sectioned the plot off with railings. Obviously I've got a shed here, a bit of timber that I'm not using at the moment. This bed here is going to be another brassica bed, but I haven't got around to it at the moment. We're going to go into the polytunnel first, if you just bear with me while I open it. It's the 29th of July and it's absolutely tipping down, as you can hear. Okay, here's the tomatoes, and we're doing okay. We've got good bunches of tomatoes on them, as you can see. 6 or 7 trusses on some of these. We've even got some red tomatoes down here. Okay, along here, this is a 20-foot by 10-foot polytunnel that I built myself, just using some plastic hooping, a couple of braces and what have you. We got 20 tomato plants along here, and we have another 4 on the end here. But as you can see, you know, they are coming up quite well. We used quite a raised beds, but we filled it with compost, but it's quite coarse. Underneath it's not too bad, as you can see, but the top is very coarse, just basically because it's not getting all the water it needed. At the end here on this side, we've got 2 blueberry bushes, and we've had a good crop off them this year so far. All our peppers along here, chilies and things like that, which aren't doing too good at the moment, to be honest with you. We've got a couple of little peppers growing on them, as you can see. Another one under here. But we've had no sun this year. It's just been rain. A couple of aubergines again, not doing too great. So I don't know if I'll get anything off them yet. In fact, I think we've got one forming over here. Yeah, we've got our very first little aubergine there. And down here we have our cucumber plants. Nice big plants, and we've got 10 plants in here, and we've already taken probably around about 20 cucumbers off here. There's another one there, another one here. We've got a couple lying on the floor which I've left for the simple reason being it's quite dry soil. So we've got one there. We've got another big one under here. I don't know if you can see it there, and there is another big one just on the floor there. So we've got quite a lot of cucumbers growing on there at the moment. They seem to like it in here. We've got a mesh top here which allows ventilation, but we've got a screen that we can put over that to keep the heat in if we need to. And again, we've got one on the door, so we get quite a lot of ventilation in here. Okay, onto the plot. We got these 1,000 litre water containers. Unfortunately the floor has collapsed on this one here, so I've got to empty it and sort that out. Here's our potting shed. Underneath this box here is a sand pit. Here's the overall of the plot. We've got various beds and things like that, and we've put down floor bark chip. There's a brassica bed here. We've got cabbages and kale and collies and things like that. Here's our our runner beans. They're not looking too bad. We're the only one up here who has had a decent sort of turnout on the runner beans. Everybody else seems to have all died, and we've had one really good crop where we've taken about a carrier bag of beans, and we've got some more beans coming lower down on the branches. Now this is this is a bean called Moonlight, and the little red ones are called Firestorm. They've not been doing too great, the Firestorm, but the Moonlight have been superb, and they're self-fertile, so I think that was one of the reasons they've done okay. As you can see, the firestorm are not doing too great at all, but we are getting a couple of beans on it. But next year I think we'll go just for moonlight. We got our first collies coming through. In here we have onions and spring onions, and they're doing okay. These are just normal whites. They're starting to bulb up nicely. All our peas along here, and again we've had quite a lot of crops off this already. We could pick these and just see if we can open one and show you. Excuse me with the camera again, it's a bit hard doing everything on your own. There we are, look. So we've got some good peas here, some nice sized peas. These are douse. We also have mange too, and things here along here. This was our potato bed. For some reason this corner didn't actually grow, and these were King Edwards down in this corner. Some have grown up along here, so we threw a few pumpkins in late season just to have something for the kids for Halloween. We got hit with blight on our potatoes. I've got these few left to dig out, which are King Edward. But I've already dug out the Sectra and the Hunter and the Charlotte potatoes. I've got to burn all this lot now because of the blight that was on it. But we had a really good crop. We had about just under 300 pound of spuds in this little section here. So we've done really well. These are our compost bins, and all of our stuff that we compost go in these. It's breaking down quite nicely. Again, another 1,000 litre water container here. This is our courgette plant. As you can see, there's quite a few nice courgettes on there. We're going to pick some of these shortly. And again, another one here. Again, more courgettes on there. We've got a couple of other pumpkin. These are actually summer squashes, and we've got quite a lot of flowers on those, so we'll see what come off those. We've got more courgettes there. We've been trying a little round variety this year. They're not doing the best, mind, with all the wet we've had. They're not doing great. Can't remember what this one is, guys, but there's a couple of flowers on it. And again, another courgette there. Look at that monster, that's huge. That's a huge courgette, that needs serious picking. So that's that. We got all our Swiss chard in here, which is looking really good. You know, nice yellow and red stems on them. Our broad beans had a hammering this year. We had flowers. There's a couple there. We had flowers, but the rain knocked most of them off. But we have had a few pods. We've put a few in the freezer already, and we've got a few more pods coming through on them now. So we're just gonna hopefully get another crop out of these before they're spent. Again, all our lettuce and things. Obviously, we need a bit of weeding. So we've got more peas and mange too and things along there. A couple of bulb fennel, which we've never grown before. Obviously, we've only had the plot for 9 months, and we've done all this work in this 9 months, so it's looking good. A couple of bulb fennel there with some more spring onions in the back. This is our scarecrow, Wurzel Gummidge, we made with the kids, and he's standing at about 7 feet at the moment, I think. You can see one of our other videos to give you some sort of idea on the height of him. Beetroot, again, looking really good. So we'll get another crop of them in, and more radish here. We've had quite a lot of radish from them. Here are our shallots and our red onions. Again, they're bulbing up quite nice. See what comes with those. I've got some comfrey here, which I'm going to put in. They're in these little tubs at the moment, but they're going to be put into the ground when we can. As you can see, our paths have had a lot of cut grass come through, and I need to get up here and weed it all out. With a nice big strawberry bed. We've had tons and tons and tons of strawberries off there this year. I don't know if there's any in here now at the moment. They seem to all be putting runners out, and they should be cutting them off, but just haven't got around to it with everything else that I've been doing. But it doesn't seem to be any there. This is our French bean. These are dwarf. Originally I thought I'd bought normal French beans, hence the reason for all the sticks and things like that. But again, we're having a really good crop coming through on these. You know, so hopefully we'll have some good ones on them. This is a raspberry bed which we've put through, and again we're having raspberries through on these. Actually, I'll have one of those. And the kids love coming up and picking those. This is our sweet corn. Not done great at all this year. Again, I just think it's just been too wet. Got a couple of butternut squash here, so hopefully we'll get something out of that. In the back here we've got a gooseberry. We've got our rhubarb, which we've already had 2 or 3 pickings of, and we've got some white and black currant bushes which we're waiting on growing. Our framework for the beans, as you can see down there, we use an A-frame. I'm just going to come down a bit just to explain it out. We use an A-frame, but the support for the beans itself, rather than just putting a standard bean across the top, we use these scaffolding poles hammered into the ground, and then a main scaffolding post across. So it's very sturdy. It's not ever going to go anywhere, and it will support a lot of weight. So guys, this is the plot as it stands at the moment. Now, obviously, we've only been here 9 months, and we've done a lot of work when you consider what it was like when we started. Give you some sort of idea, on the other side of this fence, there's another plot. I've just spent 22 hours bush cutting it from that, what it is up there, to this. The simple reason being is I'm extending my plot over one other, so we've got a triple plot here, and we're quite lucky that we can do that because we've got the space up here, whereas no one else seems to have it. But it gives you some sort of idea how rough the ground is. It's just big lumps of hard clay, and there's a lot of thistle and nettle, and a lot of you know, stingy sort of, you know, bramble roots in here. It's going to take forever to dig out. So this is where we burnt all the grass down the other day that we cut. So we've got a lot of work to do on this plot as well, but hopefully next year we'll have a triple plot that we can get up to scratch. The next thing I want to show you is our chickens, and this one is our chicken pen. These are 2 birds we've just reared ourselves from egg, and we want to try a cross between a black rock and an exchequer leghorn. The male leghorn is just up behind that thing there, but we'll go around that in a moment. This is quite a large chicken plot, as you can see. Give you some sort of idea how big this is. That there is the back of a BT wagon, and we're using it as a coop. We've got egg laying boxes on the side there. But if we come up here again, we've got chickens around. There's 12 chickens on here, and it doesn't even look like it. There's our cockerel there, looking quite happy. We use this section, we've cornered off a pen here. At the moment there's nothing in it, but we've got eggs in the incubator. And there's like a little quick knocked up coop there for the chickens when, you know, when they're younger, just to separate them off from the rest. We've got a shed where we keep all our feed, and in here it might need cleaning out, but this is the chicken pen. We've got a couple of rests there, you know, get them up. A couple of hens there, look, laying. So, you know, and the secret, guys, is a nice clean nesting box. You know, you don't want dirty eggs, so you can always keep clean nesting boxes. They're quite happy in there, as you can see. But the floor's usually clean. There's a little bit of muck over there from the last couple of days, and what have you, but just needs a good brush out because it's getting a bit dusty in there. But again, a little bit of poop, but it's not all you can do about that with chickens. But the good thing is, you know, this is 7 foot high, and we've got 6 boxes along there that they can lay in.